Now we are here, together as one.
My name is Gracia Yassin. Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences. I'm going in my second year. I'm pursuing Bachelor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I want to stay in the teaching industry, so I would love to be a teacher, a lecturer in engineering. I went to St. Margaret's Girls Secondary School in Language. So before I studied CHATS, I was not so confident. I was shy. I didn't want to voice out my thoughts. The best topics that I remember we had in secondary school was self-awareness and self-esteem. So that really helped me to take time to think about, to rethink some of the things that I thought were right back then. Now I got to that position where I started viewing things in a different way. I boosted my self-confidence. I rediscovered my strengths. Then I was not so good at science, but through chats and the practices we were doing about self-confidence and believing in yourself, I started daring. I remember the best experience that I realized that, I think I'm getting there. The other term I failed my physics exam, but when we went for a second term, I ended up getting a 98 from a 40 something to a 98. So that was just the product of chats on self-awareness. I'm that exceptional girl in my class. Like, we're doing a field where most of the males dominate and most of the girls are behind. So I can confidently say that I'm taking the lead in my among all the girls, because I get the concept very fast and I rely on myself more than I rely on other people to do things that I'm supposed to do, because we have a situation where you're given we do some modules which are quite a little bit difficult. So most of the girls will resort to finding some guy to help them and assist them. But I personally do those things on my own, even if it takes me a lot of time. I make sure I do them on my own. And at the end of the day, the results have been very remarkable. Now I am more confident. I see a visionary lady in me than back then. I was just doing life because everybody else is living and existing. I did have goals, I did have dreams. I was just things because people had a lot of expectations on me, but I did have expectations on my own. But now I've been able to set goals. I have dreams. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I love doing what I'm doing because it's what I really want. To a young girl who is not sure about chats, I would say give it a go. Just have to give it a go. I mean, I attended chats because a friend invited me. We didn't have any activity to do that day. So she was like, "You haven't joined any club. Let's go to Age Africa chats." So that was my first visit, and I noticed that the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming, and the fact that they give each one of us a chance to express what we feel about different topics. That was an amazing thing. And the fact that the chats are also facilitated by the fellow students, so you are given a chance to facilitate. So that kind of opened up my public speaking skills, and it also sparked confidence in me, because I was able to speak to people and people were so ready to hear what I'm about to say. So it gave me a sense of home. Yeah, and I loved going to chats from Form 1 to Form 4. So I would say you go there, you won't just learn about the topics that are discussed there, but you also make friends. You also find your hidden talents, that if you can sing, if you can speak to people. Like I never thought I would stand in front of people and make anything. I was very insecure about standing in front of people and make a presentation, but it was through chats where I learned that I can have a platform where I can speak out, but also it will help you to discover your hidden dreams. Some of the things that you fear them because you're actually good at them. That's why you fear them. It's just a matter of realizing that this is what I'm about to do. I was so afraid of doing science, but now everybody around me knows how much I really love doing science. But it was my fear, and I discovered it through chats that I can actually do this thing. I would say that there is always time for everything in life. There's a time to do school and there's a time to get married. So if you want to rush a process, a process before it's time, you will face consequences. You might get married, but you won't live the life that you're supposed to live. So it would be a waste to realize that there was actually more that you could have done, and then you realize that you didn't actually do it because you made the wrong choices. So doing school won't delay you to marriages. Doing school opens you up to opportunities. Like for myself, doing school has opened me up to a lot of opportunities that I never thought I would get into. For instance, there was one time because of school, I went for a certain science fair. We had a lot of fun. I met a lot of people. I discovered a lot of things. It sparked my curiosity on some of the things. So marriage will just restrain you from living your best life yet. So this is time for school. You do school, pursue your dreams, everything that you imagine yourself becoming, do that. You do it. When you're done with that, you can go to marriage. So I would rather do something that is urgent now and than do it later because the consequences are very, very bad. Thanks to CHATS, I am able to study bachelor's in electrical and electronics engineering.
Now we are here together as one. United